Thanks for listening to the AC12 podcast, proudly presented to you by Little Caesars. All right, everybody out there, go code 15 off 20, 50% off any $20 or more purchase, or code LCFREECC, free crazy combo with pizza purchase. Joined by the great William Brad Alice, I'm merely Mike Luke. Hello, William Brad Alice.
Hello, Michael.
How are you doing, Brad? I was going to say, are you staying out of the heat?
As much as I can. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, just a second here. Hold on. I don't like the way my camera looks. Hold on. All right. So, anyways, we got a lot to get to this show.
I don't like the way I look on camera, if that helps.
Nah, yeah, I know the feeling. Whatever. All right. So, we got a lot to get to this show. So, we're going to talk Arizona football. We're obviously going to talk Arizona basketball as well. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. First, Brad, before we get into the nitty gritty, what is your expectation for Arizona football this year? Your expectation, my friend.
I don't have one because I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know. Based upon what I saw last year, not great. But then I look at the changes they've made. I like some of the changes. I think there's going to be more of an identity. I think Brennan hopefully learns from his mistakes. I can make a case for a 3-win season. I can make a case for an 8-win season. Nice. So kind of my number is 5.
Okay.
But looking competitive in most of the games because there's no big dog in the league.
Right.
I'm not a believer in ASU as a top 10 team. Top 20, yeah. But they look like an 8 or 9 win team to me.
Let me ask you this real quick with ASU. Yeah. They returned like pretty much everybody outside of Scadaboo, and at the end of the year, they were awesome. Is it because they can't replace Scadaboo, in your opinion?
History suggests that teams that win the 10, 11 games who aren't a blue blood tend to regress. And I'd have to go back. It seems like they got lucky a few games. They got unlucky a few games. Mm-hmm. My guess is they're an 8 or 9 win team, not a national title contender, but certainly a league contender.
Right.
But they're not... they're not what Oregon was in the Pac-12. They're not what USC could have. So I don't think there is a great team. There's a bunch of good teams, and there's not a lot of crappy teams.
Right.
So, but I want to see Arizona, because that was my problem last year, is how many games they weren't competitive in.
Yeah, that was my problem too. And against some bad teams in there as well.
Yeah. But, if they lose some games like they lost, what was the Texas Tech game last year, or a couple of those, I'm fine. If you're within striking distance of 9 or 10 of the games going into the fourth quarter,
right?
And you're not just getting your doors blown off by UCF, with the 4th-string quarterback, whatever. That's what I'm looking for. Now, obviously you want them to go to a bowl game. You want them to, be in at least title breath, entering, mid-October, and I'm not sure they're that good. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for improvement. I always talk about the thing that encouraged me about Fish his first year was that they got better.
They looked better.
And same thing. Everyone's like, oh, Stoops took them 3 years to go to a bowl. Yeah, but they were instantly better the minute they took the field from the year before.
Right. That's fair.
That's what I need to see because they weren't as good as Fish's last team.
Right.
It was Sumlin-esque. And again, I think Brett Brennan is more competent than Kevin Sumlin was, but I need to see it. So I'm not a believer. I don't know. I haven't been out to a minute of camp, so I'm not going to pretend I know. I can't tell you if transfers from places like Montana and UT Martin can make the leap. I'm encouraged by what I've heard. I like what I've seen from the offense under Daggy. I'm sure I'm butchering his name again.
No, you're good. You're good. You're right.
All right. I got it for once. Dallin Daggy, right?
Dallin Daggy. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
But we'll see. Again, I have to see it now. I'm a believer that Fifita is going to be better. But I don't know if he can recapture that magic. Because, again, Arizona, much like I think ASU last year, you had those games where they kind of pulled them out, where a bounce went your way. And that's what happens when teams that on paper are 7 or 8 win teams win 10 or 11, because a few things go your way, a few lucky bounces, a few lucky calls. You could argue that Arizona could have even won another one if a few things go right in the Mississippi State game.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm at. And I appreciate all the kind words.
Brad is the man. We like Brad.
So that's where I'm at. I want to see an improved, better football team. And whether that's 5 wins better or 5 quarters better, I'm patient. Again, there was a lot of work to do. And again, I think some of what Fish did that last year was a little bit of smoke and mirrors and a little bit of luck. Not saying he didn't have a better team than Brennan did, and they did a better job. But, I think we all kind of knew that maybe Arizona wasn't quite as good as the product that we saw at the end.
All right, now I'm going to say this. And Dennis Walsh, I actually said something smart, and if I say something smart, I'm generally going to run with it. Dennis Walsh just says, I'm with Mike. If they look like they belong with Kansas State, I'm in. That, to me, is going to be the barometer. If they go out there and they look like, and if they go out there and they lose 49-14, or whatever the case may be, all right, it's going to be a long season. I think Kansas State's a pretty good team. I think they're a good barometer. I think they're probably about a top 20-ish type team in the country, something like that. They're always solid. If Arizona can be competitive, then I'm going to be optimistic. If they get the brakes blown off, then I'm going to be like, all right, well, yeah, it's going to be another long season. That's where I'm at, Brad.
I think that's fair. And I think we saw some of that last year in the Kansas State game, which was closer by a score than the game really was.
Yeah.
I mean, Kansas State was just better.
Right.
And Kansas State is probably better this year on paper. What are they? They're picked to be one of the favorites. But can Arizona trade punches with them for 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters? And I know people hate the moral victory thing, but you're building a program again.
Right.
And frankly, as much as it sucks to say, Arizona football is not Arizona basketball. You take moral victories sometimes, and that's just the way it is. Arizona's just it's an okay football program. And can it be better? Yeah, but a lot of things have to go your way.
All right, now let's talk about the offense here. I believe that the offense, if this team's going to be decent, I believe that the offense is going to have to carry the show. We'll go. First of all, is getting Noah right. Last year was just, I don't even know really what to say when people ask me for my autopsy of last year. It was ineptitude at the highest level. I don't know what else to say. It was an OC that I don't even know what to say, really. You bring in a guy in Daggy that's obviously done, he's got a pretty diverse background. He's done a lot of pretty good things over the years. At Marshall last year, he goes in there and he was going to supposedly do the air raid offense, but they didn't have a quarterback. And so they decided that they were going to run the ball. And he did a pretty good job of it. Watch him. He appears to get it. So that I'm going to start off with that part. And then after that, though, you got to get Noah right. Noah's got to be good. If Noah's not good, this team's not going to be good. It really comes down to that. And we'll talk about what can make Noah good, but Noah's got to be good. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona goes as Noah Fifita goes.
Right.
And again, you're right. Last year, and we've said this at I don't know how many times to you and to my friends, I don't know what they were running last year.
Nobody does.
And I go back to the Smith era. And even the bad offenses, some of those under Tomey, some of those under someone, I knew what they wanted to do.
Right.
They either just A, couldn't do it, B, it wasn't the right thing to do. But what was last year's offense? And again, anyone who's watched me on this show a few times know I've said this. Was it pro style? Was it spread? Was it ball? I don't know.
Yeah, it was like
Here's what I know. You have a 5'8" quarterback.
Hmm.
Maybe he's an inch taller, maybe he's an inch.
Nah, he's no taller than that.
Who you put in the shotgun, which I like, and then had him take a 7-step drop in the shotgun and, I don't know, throw it up to T-Mac and hope. They did not put him in a position to be good.
Right.
The closest I can come is trying to make Khalil Tate a passing quarterback. And I still, to this day, maybe you have insight now that I don't know if it was Khalil Tate saying, I want to play in the NFL, I'm not going to run, or Kevin someone.
The what?
What?
Yeah,
I'm not doing it, Mike. It's no, I'm not doing it. Until there's a viable female league that's on par.
But you will do MNBA, though. You just won't.
No, I think it's dumb. I honestly think it's dumb.
But wait a second, there's a viable female league in basketball, though, Brad.
Is it viable?
I don't know. I mean, it's getting a lot of notoriety of late.
Yes. No, I'm not doing it. I said I bought in on girth. You got me on girth.
Okay.
In fact, I made a girth joke the other day.
Right. But you won't do MNFL.
I'm not.
I think
it's dumb.
All right, fine.
And I think a lot of things you do are dumb but brilliant.
Right. This is just stupid. Is what you're saying?
I saw someone wearing a certain casino shirt in the grocery store last night, and I almost did this.
You have to wave, baby.
As dumb as that was, it was brilliant because every time I see it, I think of that stupid.
Right. Yes.
Brilliant, but dumb.
Right.
I just know I'm not putting M in front of things.
So even if it's a viable woman's alternative, you will still not do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
All right, fine.
At least now. We'll see if you convert me.
All right. Well,
you have a challenge accepted, I guess, but no.
Joseph just said Brad is saying kick rocks, Mike.
Yeah, dude, I'm old, man. You got to remember, I'm old. I'm get off my lawn guy if I had a lawn.
You're old school guy. Yeah.
We're going to talk about when people think I'm my twins' grandpa,
We're going to talk about complaints that I have. I'm going to get on my soapbox later.
Okay. So my bigger point is, I just don't know what they were doing. So what do I want to see this year? I want to see them with quick 3-step drops. I want to see them booting him out. I want to see wider spreads between the offensive line so he can have better throwing lanes.
Right.
That's what I want to see. I want them to scheme because, again, I like offenses that are malleable, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you have a 5'8", 5'9" quarterback, scheme for it, right?
Right.
You can do it.
Right.
I mean, Kyler Murray did it in college, and he's like 4'5". I mean,
right. Yeah.
By the way, I was thinking about that watching the Cardinals-Chiefs game the other night. I was
right.
I
know. You win. Kyler Murray sucks. You're right.
I win. Mid. Fine.
Nah, he shouldn't have been the first pick of the draft. Brad Allis, you can throw me into my grave right now, and you can throw Green Valley decorative rock on top of me because
they did look nice.
Yeah.
I still got to go take that picture too.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Oh, you do need to take that picture. You've been lying to me. You've been holding out on me, Brad. I don't like
I just have, you know what? Ironically enough, even though it's a block from my house, I never turn right on that road. I always go left to get to the high school.
And you're okay with that decision?
No, I'm letting you and the great advertiser down.
Do your kids go to Mountain View?
No, they go to Flowing Wells.
Oh, Flowing Wells. Good. Yeah. Did you hear about Mountain View yesterday? Bad.
No, because that's where Shears kids go, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Or did I just out Shears?
Yeah. No, they go there. He's been on it. He put it out there. Yeah.
No, we're neighborhood school.
Okay, good. I like it.
And it's too far to drive.
You're not sending your kids to Montverde or like Mount Zion Academy or something.
If that NIL check comes through.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, let's get a couple reads.
I'm as loyal as my finances.
Yeah, let's get a couple reads in here, and then we'll get back to it. All right. What do we got here? Talk to me. What do we got here? Talk to me. Welcome to the Rock. All right, Green Valley Decorative Rock. Welcome to the Rock. 2 convenient locations, Tucson plus Green Valley, 50+ locally sourced landscaping materials, serving residents and contractors. East of Benson, Sierra Vista, west of Marana, south to Nogales, north to Oracle. Welcome to the Rock. Hey, we're going to talk about it later. Sean Connery, our favorite Sean Connery movies. What's the best Sean Connery movie?
My favorite or the best?
Which one?
My favorite's probably Highlander. The best is still probably Goldfinger or The Untouchables.
Yeah, Untouchables is really good. What about The Rock?
Love The Rock.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, all right. So anyway,
I personally, and I have the shirt. I have to dig it out for you. I have the Damn You Trebek.
Oh, Damn You Trebek. Very good. Yeah. So, all right. Either way, check it out. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Our guy Mike Nitowski. Check it out. Boom. Green Valley Decorative Rock. What else we got in here? Talk to me. What do you got? Talk to me.
Well, you're both wrong because it's clearly Indiana Jones.
Quality as well.
What was I saw Indiana. I haven't seen all the Indiana Jones. What was the one where he comes across that guy that's got like a machete and he's going like this and blah, 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 and then he just shoots him instead?
It's the OG, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah. Isn't that where they're looking for like Noah's Ark?
Yeah.
Yeah, Noah's Ark. Get it? Yeah, you could have just
come to Tucson. No, it's the Ark of the Covenant. Sorry, Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah,
10 Commandments.
All right, there it is. All right, check it out. Serving residents and contractors. All right, Baggins. Yummy in my tummy. Our good pal Dennis Walsh, he likes Baggins so much. You see these like purple little things on the side here, Brad? He even eats those things. That's how good they are. And he uses AZ code AZ12 for 15% off. Check it out. Arizona, Back the bag. Get the bag, baby. Eat the flowers. All right. Check it out. You will thank me later. Join the
I don't know how much Dennis Walsh makes a year, but I'm guessing 10% of his income goes to Baggins.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy about him? You know what he is, right? He's a pilot.
Awesome.
Hey, you know what he does? You know who he takes around?
Flies planes?
Yeah. Well, guess who he takes around? Bert, as he calls him. Humberto Lopez. Bert. Yeah, this guy Bert, he never really made anything of himself.
My dad used to work for Humberto Lopez back in the day. He ran the hotel when it was downtown.
Interesting. All right. Well, either way, maybe he was in Dennis Walsh's. Was in Dennis Walsh's private jet at some point.
Looking at pictures of Dennis Walsh, he was probably 15 at the time.
Yeah, Dennis Walsh poops pollen, according to Gringo Billy. Interesting. I didn't know that. It's interesting. Okay. Either way, check it out. Boom. You'll thank me later. Also, you can definitely, because you're an OG, you can definitely confirm. You can definitely confirm this. Can you please tell people that I'm not NPOB?
Oh yeah. No, you're not.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. I've never seen you two in the same room though. But I'm guessing based upon I have seen photos he has put up from the golf course when you were on air.
Yeah.
And your politics differ.
Yeah, we're not the same person. So again, check it out. I'm not MPOB. I still believe
he doesn't even talk to me anymore. When I was on the air, I'd get messages from him all. Yeah, he has no use for me anymore.
Yeah, with NPOB, the thing about he's going to start messaging you now that you're on. By the way, you're going to do post games this year.
And I'll be more available this year. No Little League baseball.
Yes.
My coaching career might end Saturday. By the way.
Really? Why?
Yeah, my daughter might have her last volleyball game.
Interesting.
Tyler's already playing high school sports. They don't need me on the staff there.
Yeah, but you need to hop in there, Brad. Brad, you coached freshman Choya.
I did. I actually coached freshman JV and a little bit of varsity at Choya, and it was a lifetime ago.
Yeah, no, but I mean, you got to get him in there though.
Yes, I'm playing ice hockey. I'm playing roller right now, but I'll be playing ice hockey in the over 50 league.
Do you play roller hockey at Catalina High School?
No, I play at Doolin Middle School.
Doolin, all right.
Yeah, they have that outdoor court the Roadrunners and Coyotes built.
Yeah, interesting. All right, well, yeah.
Played there the other night. Almost died. It was 105 at 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, no, it's brutal. Yeah,
and I'm a goalie, so I wear all the goalie gear.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do any of that. All right, Brad, you're a tougher man than I am. I'm going to give you a lot of credit on that one. All right, so anyways, all right, so back to some U of A football.
No, Eric, there's a tier 3. They added an over 50.
How old are you, Brad? 52?
I'm 52.
Yeah. Do we think Mike or NPOB is the main personality? Huh?
You know what? That could be. You could be like a Fight Club thing. Tyler Durden, Tyler Warden, you know.
Yeah, no, that's actually a pretty good point. I sense multiple personality disorder. I was watching something on multiple personalities. Brad, did you ever come across the Hillside Strangler?
Not personally, no.
Oh, yeah, that's a dumb question. Why would you come across him? Yeah, but this guy, I was watching it last night on Netflix. This guy pretended that he was like a multiple personality guy, and then they're like, no. And then they...
Yeah, it's super rare, and it's typically... Because I was a psych major, if I remember correctly. It's basically when you're abused so bad, you have to create alternate personalities to deal with.
Did you ever see the movie with Edward Norton? Where that was probably the best multiple personality one with Richard Gere.
I know. The one with Richard Gere.
Yeah, no, I just said Richard Gere. Yeah, that was a good one.
Great movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no Fight Club, but it's really up there. Yeah,
it was really, really good. Yeah,
it was good.
All right. So, anyways, let's talk. Let's talk about.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about the skill position guys, and then we're going to get to the O-line. I actually like the skill position guys. We've been talking about this for a while. I think the running back, I like Risano. I liked what I saw last year when they gave him some run. You got to remember, he's 2 years removed from being a top 10 running back in the entire country. He was a mid 4-star kid, top 100 guy. He looks the part. He looks like he looks pretty good. I think the running backs are fine. And honestly, I think the receivers are fine. Sure, you don't have a T-Mac, but at the same time, I think that you also have I think you got a lot of good number twos. I think they're good enough.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. You have a bunch of 2s and 3s.
Right.
And that is traditionally Arizona.
As opposed to a 1 and a bunch of 5s. Year.
Yeah, we don't mean 5-star. We mean 5s.
Yeah. Although I do like Chris Hunter. I don't put Chris Hunter in that list.
An Arizona 5 is a USC 7. So,
that's a good point.
But yeah, no, they're balanced. I think they got 5-6 guys who look like they might be able to see the field. And if 3 of them are pretty good, then you're in good shape. I mean, we've heard good Spivey's had that highlight catch yesterday. Gio looks like he's pretty good. You got Hunter, you got the
you got Hudson, you got Wysong, you got Watley. I mean, you got a lot of guys.
Yeah, so if you can figure out a few of those guys, again, you need 3 or 4. You mix those in with your tight ends, assuming they use tight ends. Again, much like a guy being a combo forward on the Arizona basketball team, I'll see it when I believe it. Yeah. But I think you have enough. Yeah, you have enough skill position talent to be a above average offense. It all comes down to the offensive line.
Yeah, and I have no clue about that.
None.
Here's where I'm at with the offensive line, and I'll just be quite frank about it. Generally, you don't lose guys like Sabanea, Moy, who's already been named a starter at Tennessee, Baker, and you get better by bringing in a bunch of guys that, I mean, they could be good, but
no. What you have to hope is that they average out to a decent line, and what I mean,
if they're a 5, I'll take it.
Like I said, Savanea was a 5, Moy's a 4, Baker's a 3, and the other 2 guys were 1s, right? You add it up, and what is that? 10 or whatever. No, you need a bunch of 2.5s, 3s. And if you can be consistent across your 5 to give you a competent, good offensive line, and one that you know how to scheme around, okay, my left guard is not great. Okay, then we're not going to run power to the left guard side. You know what I mean? So there's ways to do that. Whether they have that amount of basement to that group, I don't know. I don't know how low the basement is. The ceiling's not super high, at least not in the immediate future. You don't have, again, Savanea is going to start for the Dolphins. I'm assuming Morgan's probably going to start for Green Bay. You lost 2 basically first round caliber players. Moy's probably now, if you're starting in the SEC, you're probably a day 2 pick there. So that's a lot of talent you're losing. I know Deuced was a freshman All-American. I don't know how, but okay, PFF. Yeah. But that's what I need to see. I need to see, a bunch of C+, B- offensive linemen that can keep Fifita upright, that can help establish a running game. Because I assume they're going air raid version of the air raid. So it's going to be a lot of draw plays, a lot of quick hitters, little pitches, jet sweeps, things like that. Can you pick up? You average 4 yards a carry and then average 7-8 yards an attempt. And if you can do that, then you have a pretty good offense.
Yeah, no, here's what I need. I need 5 Bruce Wiggins on the offensive line. 5 just solid players. How about that? Hopefully,
this year, you don't need a bunch of NFL guys. You also can't have a bunch of guys that couldn't play at New Mexico.
Yeah. That's something. See, Joseph in the comments keeps talking about how he's really bullish on the offensive line this year. I can't get, Joseph's generally wrong on things. I can't get that excited about the offensive line after what I saw from last year. And I know Joseph's big on it, but I just don't see it, Brad.
I don't, again, this is my problem with a lot of this. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I haven't even looked at the depth chart, but can guys, you got these transfers, Perez and Wooten and Brown and
but how many of these guys are just like spare parts from like the land of misfit toys?
I don't know. You're looking at a lot of them transferred from pretty good programs. Are they, again, is that because they were the 8th guy who wasn't going to play? Or is that because they were the 5th guy who wanted to be the 3rd guy and have a little more NIL money? And I don't know.
Mr. Tyler Warden puts it very well. He says, bullish is a relative term. Joseph, I think, went way too far in saying he was bullish. I think Mr. Tyler Warden puts it well, where he just says, here's what he says. He says, I am more optimistic that it will be better than what we saw last year. But again, that's not saying much. Yeah, I think that's a lot better than the hyperbole that Joseph's known for. That is the thing that I just don't see. So we'll see. But again, if the offensive,
that's what they need. They need you need a competent offensive line.
Yeah, and if the offensive line, I'll take it, because then I think the offense should be pretty good. And we're going to get to the defense here in a second, but the offense, I think I have higher expectations for the offense. So that's where it is.
Yes, I think you have more pieces that seem proven.
All right, now Marcus Delgado, who's Joseph's little brother. Joseph said he wants Marcus to come on the show next. That will be interesting. We shall see. Okay, now let's get a couple reads in here. Back the reads, baby. Back the reads. What do we got? Talk to me. What do you got? Talk to me, Cody. Oh, the Nova team and Nova Home Loans, the Mooney team. All right, now Our good pal Kobe L. Thiel. You know about Kobe? Kobe is driving around. Can you believe this? Kobe is driving around with no air conditioning in his car. I mean, what are we doing here?
I mean, I'm assuming it's some kind of endurance training.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing it. It makes no sense. But maybe it's because he's trying to save money because he wants to refinance or maybe because he wants to purchase or refinance a home. I could see that. If that's the case, then I could see that being see that being smart from Mr. Kobe L. Thiel. But you're going to want to put it on there. Check it out. Ready to purchase or refinance your home? Take your shot with the Mooney team. Show me the Mooney. Zach Mooney, NovaAZLoans.com, 520-230-5599. Dude, get on there because it works. Check it out. Again, scan this QR code. You're going to thank me later. Plus, he's awesome. He supports local basketball as well. Check it out. You will thank me later. Nova Home Loans, the Mooney team. All right, Andre Veras, our good pal Andre Veras. Andre Veras, this guy has been trying for about 10 years to get me to endorse his business. Brad, I won't do it.
I've already done it, mostly because in reaction to you. If you're going to try and force me to use M before non-M leagues, I'm going to endorse Andre Veras.
All right, well, Brad is endorsed. We have breaking news.
I did it last time.
Yes.
Come on. You got to remember these things, Mike.
I
we only have 100 shows a year.
Yeah,
800 shows a year.
Brad, I'm going to give you a lot of credit. I am not jumping on that plane, though. Just like Kobe L. Thiel was trying to get me to take my AC out of my car, I will not do that either. Now, but either way, I can strongly recommend Andre Veras. Give Andre a call at 520-325-3456 and reference the AZ12 podcast. Do you have a young family or you're thinking to yourself, man, I don't know if it's a great idea to drive around Tucson without an AC on. I need to get some stuff checked out. There's that. Yeah, so check it out. Do you have a young family? Again, check it out, Longview. Boom. All right. Hey, Brad, before we get to the defense, what do you think about our guy Rage? What do you think about our guy Rage?
I don't know who Rage is.
Right.
And I've had some, I was once traded for a guy named Gary Triano in Little League, long story, but Rage, I like the third person and I like that he is backing me here. So Rage is good in my book, man.
Rage is, I was going to say Rage's name is Gary as well, I believe. Rage
it's Rage.
Well, all right. That's a good point. Rage owes me $1,000. And Rage has not paid me the $1,000. Here's what it is. He told me, actually, Rage messaged me, and I like Rage. Rage messaged me, and he said, hey, man, what do I need to do so you tell people that I paid you the $1,000? And I said, very simple, Rage, pay me, and then I'll tell people that you paid. And then he's like, and then I guess that wasn't really good. So
back in the day when I used to interact with a lot of people on some of those Facebook football and things groups, people would just, they'd call me out, and I made multiple bets. And I always said, look, if I'm right, just make a donation to any foster care related charity.
Right.
Casa de los Niños, More Than a Bed. And there was about 5 of them, and I was right on all 5. People would put up highlights of some kid playing, 8-man football. This guy's going to get a D1. No, he's not.
Right.
A kid, a 6'5" center in like the Central Valley. This kid can play D1. No, he can't. Right. There's a walk-on the football team. This guy's going to be a starter. This guy won't be there in a year. And I was right every time.
Yeah.
And I'm not right every time. And I'll fully admit when I'm wrong. But no one that I know of ever made those donations because I was going to do it. I would have easily made donations and do all the time because, having done stuff in the foster care stuff industry. No. But so, I don't know what the bet was, but
yeah. Now here's what he did. Rage came in here and said that he was going to pay, Rage came in here and said that he was going to pay me $1,000 if, what was it? Will Riley, or who's a kid at San Francisco? Tyrone Riley wasn't on the team. I said he wasn't. And holy moly, we got $100 super snap.
We're down to 9.
Oh, wow. Vegas Falcon, the great Vegas Falcon. Put this towards Rage's debt. We love Vegas Falcon. Hey, you want to hear something about Vegas Falcon? Vegas Falcon, first of all, very much appreciate the super snap. Also, Vegas Falcon, he lost bad on a poll. He was putting out there. Do you consider like Vegas Falcon does that Cape Fear is a scary movie?
It's definitely a thriller. Whether I go scary, I don't know. I don't think it scared me, but it's creepy. I mean, both the original and the sequel. or the remake. Creepy. I don't know about scary.
You know what? I was okay with it though, but Vegas Falcon though, it turned out that people agreed with him. So there it is. Very much appreciate it though. 100. So now Vegas Falcon, after he saw the poll numbers, said that Cape Fear is not scary. Nice try, Vegas Falcon. We very much appreciate you.
Vegas Falcon sounds like a and I don't mean this in a negative way. It sounds like an AAU team.
Oh, it does sound like an AAU team.
The Vegas Falcons come in. They got a couple kids from Bishop Gorman, some mysterious kid from the Inland Empire.
Right.
Yeah,
dudes. Yeah. So anyway,
I don't even know if the AAU works like that anymore. It's been so long.
Yeah. Now that 100. All right. Yeah. Either way, we love Vegas Falcon. He's the man. All right. So it's a scary movie. Okay. Yeah. I just texted you something, Brad, but don't read it out loud. Okay. Now, let's get to the defense here. Here's where I'm at with the defense last year. I actually thought the defense was okay until like everybody basically died and, like half the people broke their leg and, like all that stuff. I thought it was okay. Last year, but after that, it became a mess. Here's where I come down on this. I just don't know how much. I generally believe you got to have a little bit of MNFL talent or a little bit of, like all conference type players. I look at it and I'm like, man, I think maybe one. I think there's like one all conference guy. I think you're going to have to do a lot of picket fencing or picket fencing. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, go ahead.
Using and this is something I never quite implemented in my writing back when I was doing Wildcat Insider and all that. Was the notion of blue chip, red chips, and green chips. Being a blue chip is an NFL all conference type guy. Red chip, honorable mention type guy. Green chip, a really good young guy. And to me, there's probably one blue chip on this defense, and that's Genesis.
Right.
There's a couple potential red chips, Smith at the end. But really, it's a lot of unproven. Again, a ton of guys.
What is a red chip? So red chip, we're going.
Red chip is good, but not,
it's a solid chip. It's a mid chip.
In years past, maybe a Ronnie Palmer type.
Okay. Oh, I would take a Ronnie Palmer type. Absolutely.
Yeah. Who's really good, but not.
Yeah.
Whereas a blue chip would be
Sean Harris.
Marcus
Bell.
Antoine Kaysen. Those guys who were, and those might be double blue chips because a couple of those guys are all-time, award winners, but guys who were in the running for first team.
Yeah. I agree.
And then the other guys who are really good, really solid, Kelly Malvo type, really solid, good players, but not game changers.
Right.
And I just don't, but again, so many transfers that I just can't. I mean, is the corner from San Jose State good? I don't know. Are these guys?
Yeah, I'm not going to try to pretend.
Are these guys from Northwest State and McNeese State good? I don't know.
Here's where I'm at, Brad. I actually have this down to a science. All these people out here recruiting diamonds in the rough. I can break through all of this for you and tell you exactly how this breaks out. It's very simple. I bring out all of your tired, huddled masses from like the Michigans, the Ohio States, Alabama. Bring them all here. We'll take them all. We'll take them all sight unseen. As long as there's like a murder case, and even then, maybe we'll take them. But and if you come from a small school, though, you have to dominate. I'm not taking guys from small schools that don't do anything. That is a no for me. So that's where I'm at. Brad, I see you agreeing with me strongly.
I don't need them to be diamonds in the rough, but I need them to be at least gemstones, rubies. Sapphire. I don't need. I need them to be depth players. I need them to be role players. And again, I think a perfect example is the DN from San Jose State, Smith. He was perfectly fine last year.
Yeah,
wasn't great at setting that edge on run plays, but he was a decent pass rusher.
Right.
So if you can bring in 5 of those guys and you have to use 10 scholarships, but again, I agree with you. I'd much rather roll the dice on Big Bill Norton.
Yeah, BBN, baby.
Bunch of guys who might have been third string at Georgia.
I'll take them all. I would literally bring them all. Bring them all.
So again, there's some guys like that. Most of them are on the offensive line. The kid from Michigan, the kid from Georgia Tech. But yeah, roll the dice on. But there are some guys. You just have to be really good. I mean, hey, it's time for your Chiefs drinking game. Josh Simmons, who's going to play left tackle for the Chiefs, who was at Ohio State last year, came from San Diego State. They rolled the dice on him, diamond in the rough. Yeah. But so you can all drink now.
All right. By the way, everybody follow Billiton71. He is a great guy and a diehard Wildcat. I like Billiton. He's a good guy. Okay. All right. So now let's ask Mr. Tyler Warden. By the way, so AZ12 prep is going to be open. Hey, when does Tyler graduate high school?
Graduate? 4 years. He's a freshman.
Oh, okay.
He and Riley are freshmen. Yeah.
Great. We got great news.
They started school two weeks ago.
All right. We got great news for you here.
Okay. I told you I got a baseball team for the prep school.
AZ12 prep is opening here in 2 years. So we will let them do some of the legwork with the great Tyler Alice. And then we are bringing him over to be our mammoth left tackle. Hey, you know who he's going to be like? Who was that guy at Tucson High that was like a parade All-American, the Mexican guy?
Oh, Zarate?
Yeah, Ralph Zarate. Tyler Alice, a.k.a. Ralph Zarate.
Tyler's not going to be that big, unfortunately.
How tall is Tyler now?
Tyler's about 5'10", 180.
All right, well, either way.
He's got good size, but he doesn't have – I don't think he has D1 size.
What about girth?
He's gotten skinny.
I was going to say, dude, what are you doing? Are you not feeding him as much anymore?
Dude, I can't get him to eat enough. Can't get either of my kids to eat enough.
What, did you lock him in like the freezer section at Fry's one time? I remember you taking
They locked themselves in there, yeah. There was the beer section.
Oh, the beer section. I was trying to give you something. Yeah.
No, it was.
Is he drinking already?
No.
Oh, good.
I hope he better not.
Yeah. You're like, man.
I don't know when he would. So this, just to sidebar. So this summer in the morning, he would go to the high school 3 days a week to work out with the JV baseball team.
Okay.
Then at 4:30, he'd go and work out with the JV football team. And then at 7, he had little league practice because we made state. So.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's good. All right. Well, either way, he has
Rage. I think we played little league together. By the way, Rage. I think we were traded for each other in juniors. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. Let's see. He's not drinking on the record. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
No, he just better not be in general.
Yeah. We don't like it. Yeah, we won't allow that here. But either way, he's got a spot at AZ12 prep. And so we just need him to know this, though. So, if he blows up at Flowing Wells and people start trying to recruit him, do not tell them that he's already got a prep school commitment lined up. Okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, Danny Gonzalez, as far as the DC, he basically has said that he's got a scheme. He's got to do a lot of stuff to be able to get be able to get a lot of stuff going. Where do you put this? What is your faith in Danny Gonzalez?
He's fine.
Yeah.
He is a Power 5 defensive coordinator.
I agree.
Is he an elite? No. Is
right.
he? But you know what? He was perfectly fine at ASU.
Mm-hmm.
Made the jump to New Mexico. Didn't work out. But if you're
some people aren't head coaches though. Some people.
If you're not Rocky Long, who's won at New Mexico in my lifetime?
Wasn't Bob Davey there?
Yeah, he did not win.
And he sucked. He wasn't able to bring Ron Paulus with him and Autry Denson.
No. So, I mean, Rocky Long's the one guy, and Rocky Long is, I think, a poor man's Bill Snyder.
Yeah.
Because he won everywhere. So that's basically been about it, though. And so, yeah, I don't hold that against him. Again, is it like can't miss DC? No. He's going to have to scheme his.
Yeah, but I'm fine with him, though. I agree with you. I'm fine.
Yeah, it was a perfectly good hire. It wasn't one of those that you're like, I don't get it, or they're taking a chance. No, it's fine. It's competent. Right. He's going to have to work his butt off.
It's not like saying, "Hey, let's bring Dino Babers back for a second year and see if it works better this time."
No, it's perfectly fine. You're not rolling the dice on an unproven guy. So I have no problem with that.
Yeah. Okay, let's get a couple reads in here, and then I want to get to the secondary. We got to talk about secondary. Plus, we're going to talk some basketball, and I got to ask Brad about construction in the city because I can blame Brad because he runs Marana. All right, but first, my dad's calling me. Gosh, buzz off. All right, RJ.
You can silence your phone.
Yeah. Hold on.
And then you put it on your hip, and then when it buzzes, you glance down at it.
Yeah, I got to call you back. I'm on the show right now.
How long have you been doing the show, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so
I mean, granted, my dad used to call me on the air when he wouldn't be listening to me on the air.
Mulebach called me the other day, and it was an ultimate flex. I was like, "Hey, Matty M, check this out!" Boom. And all right, so RJ's Frozen Cactus. Now, here's the thing about it: is that with RJ's Frozen Cactus, Dennis Walsh is in here right now, and he's jetting all around. This guy, man, this parking lot is so big. It is so big. It is so monstrous that Dennis Walsh takes his private jet and can just hover around. That's because you could go there and you could park and you could get a little liquored up on grandma's old cough medicine. And then after that, then you can leave it there because there's enough space. But also, red hot beer, ice cold beer, red hot sports. I will never get that right. 100 plus craft beers, $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. Not a bad seat in the house. Look at this. You could be sitting up here and eating some of this stuff as well. Very, very tasty. We're going to be having some watch parties. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Check it out. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Brad, I don't see you anywhere. Brad, where are you? I don't see you.
Best I've looked in weeks.
I was going to say, Brad, no, I don't see you anywhere. Holy moly. Arizona Primary Eye Care. Now, Brad, have you ever gone to like a place and they try to do a bunch of stuff you don't need, like they try to remove your eyelids or and they're like, all right, now your glasses look better. Have you ever had this?
No, but I think I need my eyelids lifted.
All right. Is that a thing? An eyelid lift?
Yeah, my dad's vision got so bad because his eyelids are too heavy that he had to have plastic surgery, and I'm headed that way.
Tired, like sleepy, like when they say you have heavy eyelids, like
do you notice how squinty I look right now? That's because I have heavy eyelids. Yeah.
You know what you look like right now? You look like. Did you ever see The Conqueror with John Wayne?
Yeah.
Where they have him as Genghis Khan?
I know, and now that I've noticed that I'm getting gray here, it makes my thing look like a Fu Manchu. It's really not. It grows straight.
Brad, have you thought about playing Genghis Khan in a movie at some point?
I'm open to offers, man. I know it's cultural appropriation, but again, I'm open to NIL deals.
Yes, no, exactly.
For me, my children, my dogs.
Right. Now, again, here's what you do. You go to RJ's Frozen Cactus, get some grub, and then you go to Arizona Primary Eye Care. Boom. Optical options to fit all budget styles, preferences. Perfect place to glow up. I will be there. Our guy near the parking lot is awesome. Yeah, it is. All right, they got a good parking lot too at Arizona Primary Eye Care. All right, 520-322-2713, 60 plus insurances accepted. You will thank me later. Arizona Primary Eye Care. Boom. All right. Yeah, the Conqueror is an awful movie. We were talking about it the other day, but
I'm sure Kev loves it though.
All right. Hey, I don't need this. We don't need that picture yet. Okay, but I need to ask you about it. The food at RJ's is really, really good, and as is the ice cold beer. It's a great place, and I like the interior of spot, everything about it. Check it out, RJ's Frozen Cactus. All right, now, Brad, the corners or the defensive backs, I actually like them. There's a guy that made a pretty good point where he's like, I think there's a little bit more depth here. Again, I'm not going to sit here and ask. I don't know if Aiden Garnes is any good or Carlos Dansby.
I'll take Carlos Dansby.
I love Carlos. Yeah, if Carlos Dansby wants to play at the U of A, come on, my friend. But Michael Dansby. But I do think that they're probably. I do think that they're probably a little bit better than what they were throwing out last year, where they had like Gringo Billy and Demetrius Freeney, or some JUCO guy or whatever. So you got Javion Cole that was pretty good at San Jose State. Couldn't play at Texas. I don't care if he couldn't play at Texas. It doesn't matter to me. And then you got MGK. Then you got you got those guys. And you got some safeties. I'm okay with the secondary. Actually, across the board, I'm okay with the secondary. And I don't really feel like losing Tacario Davis as much because I thought Tacario Davis kind of sucked last year, to be honest with you. Go ahead.
He definitely took a kind of a step back. Yeah, I think you have enough bodies there when you look at, guys like, Genesis Smith, Luttrell, Trendon Stukes, a few of those guys, Dalton Johnson. I think you're going to be able to piece together a pretty good unit. Again, I don't, maybe some of the young guys are ready to step up. I know, is it Patman and there's the other kid from Texas who look pretty good. Whether they're ready to go or not, I don't know. My big fear is you have no depth again this year.
Right.
And I get that's true across most positions, with maybe the exception of wide receiver. You just don't have a lot of depth on this team, or at least proven depth. But I think you have enough quality players in that defensive back field that if you can get any kind of a pass rush, I think the defense can be serviceable, can be fine.
Over or under, Brad? I'm going to give you an over or under. 5.5 wins, including a possible 5.5 wins. Over or under, Brad?
I'll go over.
Brad Alice, you have just thrown down the Spartan gauntlet. You are saying right now on this show at 11:17, you are saying that Arizona is going bowling, my friend. That's what you are saying.
Yeah, I think 6-6 is a realistic number.
Man, dude, yeah, I was going to say that. That's what we'll take 6-6. If we take 6-6, Then we could just turn AZ-12 prep into like the pipeline to the U of A. Mr. Tyler Warden will be basically running that show. All right. We're going to get to basketball here in a second. But, Brad, I've got to ask you a question here.
Yeah.
You know stuff. You run all kinds of governments and municipalities and all of this stuff.
Not really, but
you do.
I do work in local government. Yeah.
Cody, can you throw this picture up here? I need you to explain this to me. All right. So I'm going down Grant the other day. Look at this crap. So they have now made it to where not only do you have to drive in one lane, you cannot turn and get out of these lanes as well. The left and the right. Meanwhile, there's nothing off to the left. You just can't turn there for some reason. What is this? Why is this a case? And when are we going to fix this? Brad, you have the eyes of the people or the ears of the people. What can we do to make this different?
So I do know this project. This project is actually funded by the RTA, which is part of my organization. I cannot speak specifically to why you have the no turns. Essentially what happens is you've got multiple things with multiple contractors going on. So this is a mostly City of Tucson project, but their employees are not doing the work. It's contractors. My guess is there's some kind of utility work be doing on one side as well as some other things. It could also just be placed mistake of a sign, to be honest. Because again, you have so many different groups out there. But essentially what happens is with a lot of these projects is it comes down to funding. You have multiple funding sources. They have to be implemented at certain times. So sometimes you have to start a project to get, like, say, federal or state funding before all the other funding is there. So in terms of Grant Road with the RTA, I think there are 8 different projects being done 2 at a time based upon the availability of funding. With any arterial street such as Grant, it's boondoggle. It's the only way to do it. You can't piecemeal it. So it becomes difficult to travel, but the alternative is you don't have an improved roadway in a year or 2.
Yeah. Well, no, but we're never going to have an improved roadway, though. This has been going on for 3 years.
Because it's been different segments.
But Brad, I go to Vasa Fitness, and it has looked the exact same outside of Vasa Fitness for 3 years now.
Well, considering that's a different project. I don't know.
No, it's on Grant. It's on Grant now.
I don't know. Different segments of Grant. Some of them are RTA. I can only speak to the RTA. I can tell you about funding. I can tell you again, certain projects are held back by certain things. I'll give you a better example. The 2 overpasses at Ruthroff and Ina. Ruthroff was done 6 months early. Why? Motivated contractor, no shortages of supplies, and less rain. They budget so many rain days. Ina took longer. Why? Steel tariffs back in the 2 administrations ago. There's no steel. You can't build without steel. So those set projects back. But yeah, anytime you do an arterial road midtown, it's going to be problematic just because of all the things involved.
All right. Now I asked you that so I can ask you this, and I'm not trying to get you in trouble. Everybody blame Brad, though, for this, even though it's not his trip. Oh, all right. I
write emails and newsletters about transportation. So
no, blame Anthony Gimino. That's something. Blame Anthony Gimino.
No, Anthony's county. That's not a county. Well,
we can still blame him.
You can still blame him.
Yeah, you can still blame him. But here's also what I don't get, though, is all right. So if it's why is nobody ever working on these things? I've been back now 5 days, and I have not seen one worker out here on Grant and Alvernon, and I go there every single day. Why is nobody working there?
I can't comment. I don't know the project.
Who do I talk with? Is there a person I can talk to besides you?
I could probably get you a contact.
Mike, it's 300 degrees outside. It's probably not safe.
Well,
they might be doing nighttime work.
Nighttime work.
They may be doing anything. It might be utility work off to the side. It might be some of that. Not for that particular project, but sometimes they're still doing land acquisition. But again, sometimes you have to start a project to get the funding.
But what happens if you don't get the funding, though? What happens if you don't get the funding?
And then you don't start the project.
Well, right. But what if you say we're going to start the project, and then they're like, yeah, nice try. You don't get the funding.
Then that happens all the time. Then the project doesn't get done.
Okay, so we could theoretically just have it look like this for the rest of our lives.
No, because this portion of the project's been funded.
Okay, now I got one other question for you. One other question. Why did they decide to do this this same crap on 6th Street when they run parallel to each other? I used to try to take 6th Street to avoid
that. I don't know. Again, it might have been availability of funding. Transportation funding sucks because you get it from 5 different places. They all have strings attached. So you get federal funding, you get state funding, you get local funding, you get RTA funds, you get HERF funds.
Yes,
and they all come with strings attached.
Do you get now? Do they bump your salary up a little bit because you got to take the arrows like Gringo Billy just said? They start these poop shows.
No, technically, I probably shouldn't even be speaking about this.
Nobody's watching. It doesn't matter. So it doesn't. But this is just two guys having beers.
No, I mean, I do a lot of public outreach for some of this stuff, but no, typically the municipalities have to deal with it.
All right, so I am going to do that. You have my word on this, everybody out there. I am going to drive by.
OC, if government was a private business, there would be no business.
All right,
it's because if you're a business, you get money from your customers.
All right. I smell crap and not the kind of crap that clogs your toilet. I am going to say this. I am going to drive down there tonight and I'm going to real time it, the entire grant. And when there's no workers out there, I am going to come back and I am going to say, where is my apology, everybody? Because there will be no workers out there. I guarantee you this. I will swear upon the eyes of my grandma. Oh,
again, they're done in different stages. I could find out more information.
Can we get somebody on the show to talk about this? I would dedicate.
I'd have to tell you off the air, though, probably.
Yeah, it's a construction zone. It is. Nobody likes it, but it's just how it is. Oh, Kobe L. Field, buzz off, dude. You don't even have AC. Buzz off. Okay. Either way, this annoyed the heck out of me today, and either way, I'm going to drive down there. You have my word, and I'm going to tag William Brad Allen. Hey, does RTA have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh. What is it called? RTA?
But the RTA is just a funding source. We don't do work. We don't do any of the work. We just pay for it.
Who do I talk about? Who is on Twitter that I can complain to about this?
I'll figure it out and get it to you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, it's gonna be good. Boom. All right. Anyways. All right. So there's that. All right. Let's get some reads in here. We're gonna get back to Arizona basketball. Eric Townsend puts it right. He says Mike is totally right. They got like 3 people holding signs and 1 driving an excavator. Yes, I'm not going to let this go.
But you also have to remember, those are contractors. Those aren't government employees. Those are contractors.
Can you
blame the contractor?
Can you text this? Or what was I going to say? Can you read out what you just texted me or no?
No, I cannot. I could literally cost me my job.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just kidding with you. All right. Anyways,
but you got to remember, 90% of your road projects. I know everyone's like, oh, government. They're contractors. They bid on jobs. They have a certain amount of time to get them done. If not, they get penalties.
All right.
So most of the people you see working on your city streets are not city, county, municipality employees.
All right. All right. Speaking of crap, let's talk about something that can get crap out of the toilet, and that's Foster Plumbing. Foster Plumbing. Brad, are you a morning or an evening pooper?
Yes.
Both?
I'm hyper regular. Let's put it that way.
What does that mean? Sounds like a pronoun.
I'm usually 3 times a day.
Wow. Holy moly. Is it all those proteins? Is all that protein?
Might be. I don't know.
3 times a day. Wow. Good for you, man. Awesome. Either way. Now, do you ever clog your toilet?
A few times, yeah.
Yeah. All right, but let's just say that your plunger isn't working. Guess what? You need to go to Foster Plumbing, my friends, because guess what, Brad? If you're pooping 3 times a day, you're not just pooping on the clock.
I mean, it's pretty regular, but yeah.
Yeah, so you're not just pooping 8 to 5, right?
No, it's off the clock, yeah.
The last thing you want is a plumbing company that just says, we only take people that are pooping 8 to 5 or whatever. These guys are great, though. Danny is the man, residential and commercial, licensed, bonded, and insured. Sewer line coating. What is sewer line coating?
I was imagining a coating on a sewer line.
Yeah, that's right. Coating on a sewer line. Yeah, Brad. Yeah, that's why we get this guy. This is why this man is so humble. Boom. Check it out. Now, gas, water, sewer repairs 24/7. And here's the best part about it, Brad. I would, if I were you, if I was anybody out there, I would probably try to break my plumbing so that I could get the 10% off and being able to mention the AZ12 podcast. Will you consider doing this?
You know, I might have to get some work done around here eventually. Yeah, so I'll do that.
All right. So either way, check it out. Now, either way, Foster Plumbing. We love Foster Plumbing. They are awesome. It is easily one of my favorite reads because I get to talk about poop and farts. Check it out. 24/7 service as well. Now, Dennis Walsh is giving Kobe L. Thiel the paw. He just says, these contractors are overseen by the government. When my contractors, Dennis Walsh is so rich. When my contractors are slacking, I don't say, gee, they're just contractors. I deal with it. And then Kobe L. Thiel says, that's a pretty good point, Dennis. So Dennis is taking that. Dennis is taking Kobe L. Thiel out with the paw. Okay. All right. Comfort X HVAC. Now, we just talked about it. Kobe L. Thiel is still in these comments. Brad, when was the last time you drove around all summer without air conditioning, or you didn't have air conditioning in your home?
Luckily, a few years ago, I got back from vacation and my AC had died.
Well,
so I had to check back into a hotel for 3 days.
Yeah, well, nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. So here's what you do. But now that we have Comfort X HVAC in here, if this happens again, when you go on one of your jaunts to where do you guys travel? What's your favorite place to travel to?
Usually San Diego.
San Diego's good. I'm going to San Diego here. All right. So anyways, check it out. Comfort X HVAC, my friend. Residential and commercial HVAC expertise at affordable rates. Back the vac. But Brad, if this ever happens again, you call me and we will get them out there. Hey, you know about what a miserable person Tony Gimino is, right? About how unhappy
he's the worst.
Have you ever come across anybody that has good things to say about him?
Frequently, yes.
No. Well, that didn't help my case. But look at this.
I already buried him once today.
Yeah.
I can't bury him again.
Look how happy Tony is in this picture.
He's usually not a smiley guy, though.
He's not a smiley guy. Look how happy. And look at these guys right here. These are guys that know what they are doing. And Tony Gimino knows. He's like, listen, man. Like what does Tony Gimino do? He's like a spokesman for the city. Is that what he is?
He does the same thing I do, but for the county. Communications. So
all right.
Yeah.
So Tony Gimino is getting off a day where he's probably having to deal with a bunch of people like me complaining about stuff. So he's got these guys next to him. And then he says, all right, I want to save some money. They saved Tony like $3,000 or something like that. So anybody, if your AC goes out, take it out. Or well, I don't know if you want to take out your AC, but either way, they'll fix it for you. Check it out. Comfort X HVAC. Back the vac. Back the vac. All right. All right, now, Brad.
You are about ready.
I was called the championship package in high school. That was my nickname. Everybody knows it. I mean, that's just what I was called. There's a different kind of championship package, though, that is also being put out there by Aris Dental. And it is only for $19.97. This woman right here is about to have the championship package inserted. And look how happy she is. Brad, she knows that this is going to be a life-changing event for her, and it's only $19.97. Look how excited she is.
She looks thrilled.
Yeah, I mean,
unlike people who had to deal with you in high school.
Yeah. Nobody else. Yeah, that was called the championship package, but that was because they're like, keep that package away from me. This is owned by Land the freaking Man with the master plan. Everybody's going over to Land the Man with the master plan. Get in there. Daily urgent care Monday through Friday. Only offers necessary, and they give you implants as well. You can get your implants for $19.97. And again, you don't have to go to Cameroon, or you don't have to go to Burundi, or one of those like travel restricted countries, or like cold soup areas. You don't have to go to any of those places. You go to Land the freaking Man with the master plan. They will check it out. My parents are going there now. You will thank me later. This woman is so happy. And guess what, Brad? There's also a little bit of an underrated aspect to all of this. Do you know what that is?
No.
A lot of times when you go to like a dentist office, they try to like scale your gums or like remove your, remove your tongue. This woman is happy because not only is she going to get the championship package, she also knows that they will keep her tongue in place. She will emerge victorious, Brad.
Wow. And then she is getting indeed the championship package.
She really is. All right. Yeah. Championship package. Back the package. All right. She has her uvula. Is the uvula that's the hangy thing, right?
I believe so.
Like when you're like, ah.
Okay. I believe so.
Yeah. All right. So Aris Dental. Boom. You'll thank me later. All right. So now let's talk a little bit of Arizona. Hey, wait a second. Can we call it MNCAA since there's a women's NCAA? You'd go with that, right?
But there isn't. There's one NCAA. National Collegiate Athletic Association.
Yeah, but there's
the men's basketball tournament and the women's NCAA basketball tournament.
Can we call it men's? Or will you call it men's MCBB?
No.
That's what it is called, though.
It's called the Men's National NCAA Basketball
Yeah,
Championship.
it's the MF. All right. So
but I'm not adding extra acronyms to an acronym.
Fine, Brad. You're just going to slap me around again. All right. I believe this is going to be Tommy.
You might be the championship pack. You can't have it all.
I know. Listen, there's times when I'm walking around and
now when that NIL check comes to send Tyler to AZ12 prep, then we will have. He will play on your MFB team. He will play on your baseball team. Yeah, sure. All of it. But until that check clears.
Right. There's a lot of people that come up to me and they're like, man, Mike, you're taller than I thought. You're better looking than you thought. You're smarter than I thought.
And I never get the taller thing.
Well, believe it or not, I haven't either. But at the same
time, you're taller than me, though.
I am taller than you. Well, it's the world's tallest midget. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. But either way, though, I believe I don't know how that had anything to do with. Oh yeah, they're like, Mike Luke, do you think this is going to be Tommy Lloyd's best team? I do believe it's going to be Tommy Lloyd's best team, and here's why. First of all, I want to talk about Koa Pete for a second. I believe the Koa Pete is probably the best.
You had an L in there.
Yeah, there's an L in there. It's like like Koa Lorenzo Pete or something like that. Sounds like a painter or a sculptor. I think he's going to be a monster. I think that, going from was Trey Townsend the worst starting power forward you've seen here in 25 years?
Yeah, probably.
You're replacing him with an MNBA prospect, one of the 5 or 6 best players. You watched him in the U19, Europe 9, whatever those things are called. And a lot of times there were some of the best. He was the best player on the court. I think he's going to be a monster this coming season. And I think he's going to give somebody that Arizona could say, all right, we need somebody to score. Get the ball and go score that basket. We'll talk about Koa Pete first. Plus, he's in-state. Arizona, by the way, has never lost an in-state kid they prioritized. So Koa Pete is the latest one. Prioritized at an early age, from junior year on.
Early age. Because I was going to say, the kid who went to Colorado.
Yeah, but no, he wasn't. But he was like a senior. And hey, I actually talked with Tommy Lloyd about that. Did I ever tell you when I talked with Tommy Lloyd about that?
No.
Yeah, I told him, I'm like, you should recruit this guy. And he's like, yeah, we're going to offer him later tonight. And then he offered him and he still went to Colorado. But no, anybody they prioritize for like their junior year on, they've all got. I think he's going to be a monster, though. I don't think that Tommy Gunn's really had anybody like him. And I think it's going to be big. What say you?
Yeah, I'm not sure Arizona's had a guy quite like him. Because he mixes that power with athleticism.
I think it's D-Will.
Yeah. I guess D-Will might be the biggest, but I think Koa might be more physical than D-Will. At least D-Will is a freshman. Because D-Will was kind of a tweener, wing / power forward. Remember, he had a lot of threes. Koa. Maybe the closest comparison is if somehow you could magically give Michael Wright hop.
Oh yeah, well that'd be really good
because he's skilled down low, but yet he's explosive athlete. He's kind of unique not only to Tommy, but I think to Arizona basketball in general.
All right, now Brad, I think you're about to create 2 enemies right here. There are 3 people in this chat and this is a guy that you were big on from almost the beginning, and I've come around. I'm a fan of him as well. Dennis Walsh, David Rosen, and Gringo Billy. These 3 are on the front lines bashing Krivas. They're always talking about how he can't dunk, he can't move. They don't like white centers, all of that stuff. Brad, you were on Krivas early. And I
was.
And real quick, I gotta give Brad's pedigree right here, and then I'm gonna let Brad slap these 2 around. You also were saying very early on that Jaden Bradley was better than Kylan Boswell. You would started him. You were clearly right. Brad, your track record speaks for itself. Tell these 3 putzes why they're wrong.
I am Team Krivas. I'll admit now they're not wrong. Does he get stripped? Yeah. Does he not finish all the time? Yeah. But he's a good, solid center, I think. And I think he's going to continue to improve. I think he'll be better this year. Just because he's flawed doesn't mean he's not good. Because again, when he came in, it was the other kid from his team, the kid who's now at St. Mary's, who everyone loved.
Maruskis.
And I like Maruskis. I like Krivas better. And I thought Krivas was a guy who could come in and start. I still think he's a guy who will probably come in. I think he'll be the starter, maybe Awaka, but I'm guessing Awaka comes off the bench unless they go 3 big. But yeah, I like Krivas. Do I love Krivas? I don't love Krivas. I like Krivas.
Do you love his
now, if he ends up being just a big stiff, if he becomes, Alex Jacobson 2.0, although I still think Jacobson should have played more than
he should have played more.
Then I'll be the first to admit it. I've been purely wrong on 2 guys in my career. And one was Jamel Horn, who I thought was going to be Andre Iguodala-esque. And I was wrong on Mustafa Shakur, who was just fine. And you know what? I would think about Chris Rogers. I was wrong on Chris Rogers, too. Those were the 3 guys.
Shakur was not just fine. Shakur was destructive. I don't care what his numbers were.
Shakur was a middling Pac-12 point guard playing on the best team in the Pac-12.
Yeah. All right. Fair.
I mean, he wasn't Fendi Onabon, like shouldn't be playing on the team bad, but no, Shakur. I thought Shakur was a star. I thought
well, we all did, but
Chris Rogers was a star, and I thought Jamel Horn would be a star.
All right. Well, anyways,
I was wrong on those 3 guys.
There's 3. All right. He's saying he's Kirk Walters 2.0. Which Kirk Walters? The Kirk Walters that
he's UAB. He's UAB Kirk Walters.
Yeah, no, dude. Kirk Walters. There was like a stretch where Kirk Walters was dunking everything. And he was blocking shots, and it was like, holy moly! Like this is like. And
then the whatever magic potion wore off, and he became back.
Did he get like a long-term sickness or something?
He did. Yeah. I mean,
what was it? I always thought because they would always say they couldn't disclose it, and then so one guy was just like, "Do you have like HIV or something? What happened? Why did he? Why?"
I don't know. I've never heard the full story.
I'm pretty sure someone said it was mono.
Nah, you don't have mono for 2 years or whatever it was. They just kept talking.
Yeah, mono forever.
There have been a few guys though who have gotten these mystery diseases and never been the same.
Yeah, like Charlie Sheen.
Well, I was going to say at the U of A basketball.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So if you're comparing Kirk Walters and Charlie Sheen, Kirk Walters is like a world-renowned hiker or something, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
I think he was hanging out in like the Himalayas or something like that. I think it was like with Michael Dickerson. Oh, I saw Michael Dickerson. I forgot to tell you this.
I did too.
Where'd you see him? Did we see him at the same spot?
My neighborhood grocery store.
I saw him at the Sporting Chance. I went up and
I'm guessing that's why he was at my neighborhood. My neighborhood grocery store is right down the street from Sporting Chance. My guess he was just probably loading up for stuff to go there. Yeah. Well, I don't think he lives around me.
Well, yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah. So I went up to him though, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, you're Mike D. I'm Mike L." And then he had no clue who I was. Didn't really care.
2 years ago, I saw him at Quick Trip filling up his gas tank.
I'm
like, "Hey, are you Mike Dickerson?" He's like, "I used to be."
Yeah, well, it's great. So I went up to him though, and he's still super cut up. Like,
looks great.
So I asked him if I could squeeze his flexing arm, and he looked at me like, and I was like, "Dude, you used to lift a lot of weights at the U of A." And then he's like, "Yeah, I did." And then I was like, so anyways, I told him, I was like, "Hey, listen, if I can tell you what high school you went to, will you let me?" And he's like, "All right, fair enough." And then so I said, "Federal Way." And then he's like, all right. He looked at me like, what the heck's wrong with this guy? Just like everybody else. But anyways, I tell you that.
You've been saying that since I met you, Mike.
Yeah. So anyways, I saw him at a gas station. He was filling up. You know that gas station that's on like, is it River or is it like Orange Grove in La Cholla? Where it's like a little bit north from the Sporting Chance. There's like a Taco Bell across the street, like a McDonald's.
No, that's River in La Cholla. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I saw him there like probably about a year ago. I don't know, a little bit after that. He remembered me because this time I just asked to shake his hand and not feel the arm or whatever. But anyway, Michael Dickerson. Also, he should be in the Ring of Honor. You're exactly right, Dennis Walsh. Keep this up.
I talked to him. I didn't talk to him the second time I saw him. I was, "Hey, you're Mike D like I used to be." And I'm like, "Man, me and my friends loved you in college. You were our guy." Like, and he was on that team. We were Mike D guy. I have no idea why, because he was the third or fourth best guy on the team. But I love his game, man.
His junior year, for 80% of the year, he was the best player on the team.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, no, he was.
I feel bad, signed the big contract, had the tendon rip off the bone, and was never the same.
Now, let me ask you this. Then we'll get back basketball here in a second. I'm prepping because we have to expand the show a little bit more coming up here. I'm going to say this. I never saw Sean Elliott, so I can't really say. I will always maintain this. The 3 most talented perimeter players that I have ever seen at the U of A. I'm not saying the 3 best, but the 3 most talented perimeter players I've ever seen here. Mike Bibby, Gilbert Arenas, Michael Dickerson.
if we're excluding Sean,
I can't. I didn't see Sean, so I can't.
Yeah, if you're excluding Sean, the only other guy, if we're talking talent, who I might include in that group, Jared Bayless.
Okay, I got no problem with Jared. My only problem, I think basketball. Jared was one of those guys though that when you watch Jared, he was awesome. Don't get me wrong. I thought he was the best freshman I've ever seen here. Up to that point. But the thing that I would say about Jared though is that he couldn't really handle the basketball. He would just put his head down and go right, and he was too good. Those other guys, man, basketball came natural to them, especially with Mike D. Like that pull-up jumper on the corner, the way that he moved, everything. And then Gilbert was on another level. The second he got here, you're like, oh, well, that guy looks different. But like I said, those three were just awesome.
Yeah, and again, Dennis Welsh is right. Mills is right in that. I mean, there's a bunch of guys in that conversation. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think Dickerson's probably third on that list because people just don't remember just how crazy talented, with an emphasis on crazy, that Gilbert Arenas was.
Well, Gilbert Arenas, I remember
Gilbert would have averaged 30 if he had come back for his junior year.
Yeah, for sure.
If Jason Gardner could average, 22?
Right,
which
20
is almost unheard of in a Lute Olson offense.
Right.
Gilbert was averaging 30.
Gilbert would have been the best player in college basketball. I have no doubt. I have no doubt in that. But Gilbert to me is the most talented, raw talent that I've ever seen at the perimeter at the U of A. Like
perimeter, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So anyways, all right, let's get back to the team.
Bibby's the 5-tool guy.
Bibby was the 5-tool guy. Bibby was the one that he came in and you just knew he was different. Gilbert was the one, but I'll say this. This is a little bit of the difference for me. I believe that Mike Bibby is the best player that I've ever seen at the U of A. If I have to take, I didn't see Sean again. If I have to take one player for a season, I'm going to take Mike Bibby. And I'll deal with the rest. Do you agree or do you not agree?
I mean, I would go Sean because I saw Sean.
Right.
Bibby was the most complete freshman I've ever seen. And one of the most complete freshmen I've ever seen in college basketball.
Right. He was just he had the kind of career that I thought he would though in the NBA. He was a fringe all-star type, 20-5 at his peak, something like that. Gilbert was the one though that you're like, man, that guy could be one of the 5 best players in the world at some point. Like Gilbert was just different, like incredibly different. I don't know what else to say. Also, Iggy was different in the NBA. Iggy in college, boo,
he was a mediocre college player that people forget. He was put it this way. Give me Hassan Adams, college Hassan Adams over Andre Iguodala every day, 24/7.
Especially sophomore Hassan Adams.
Hassan cared, Iggy didn't.
Yeah, right, for sure. Okay.
Now senior Hassan after January was a different.
Yeah.
I've never seen a scoring average drop like that, by the way. Someday we'll have to do that.
Right. Now, I will say this. Was DeAndre Ayton more naturally talented than Gilbert Arenas in your opinion?
Yes, only because Gilbert's 6'2", 6'3", and DeAndre Ayton's 7 foot.
Yeah, that's fair.
The fact that a man that big has those kind of skills.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
But Gilbert's just a freak.
I remember.
And again, we're not talking best player, because if you're talking best player, then you got to start talking about the Mileses of the world. But Miles wasn't supremely gifted. Miles was a really good basketball player.
Miles squeezed everything out of what he was given.
Yes,
because on paper, I remember and Lute. Did I ever tell you this story that Lute considered him and I don't think Lute would. Well, Lute's not around. But Lute actually told me this. That he considered Miles the finest leader that he ever coached. That was an interesting remark. Even though he was ineligible for the beginning of his junior season.
I'm not even sure he was the finest leader on that basketball team. The stories I've heard.
Right. The thing about, are you talking about the night before the Utah game?
No. I'm talking that I think it's been said. Jason Terry pulled himself out of the starting lineup to give it to Miles because he didn't think Miles would accept it.
Miles had a lot of that. I think Miles had a lot of that Michael Jordan jerk thing going on where it's, you're going to follow me. You're going to, we're going to do it this way. And it worked. I mean, so.
And, the other person, again, I think Bibby is an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not as much now, but he's a shy dude. Like Lute has to beg for him to come down and do stuff at the U of A.
Right.
After you go. Michael Dickerson's an introvert for the most part. He's a quiet.
Right. Yeah.
But Bibby was a leader by example, whereas Jason Terry had the personality.
Well, Jason Terry, you know what Jason Terry was? Jason Terry was kind of like different player. Jason Terry was like a much better Reggie Geary as far as that infectious personality, somebody that people wanted to be around, people gravitated towards.
Yeah, I think that's a great comparison. Yeah, both guys.
They both if you had the all infectious personality team, that no Vegas.
Probably those guys, Kyle Fogg, Solo.
Right now,
Matt
Vegas.
Muehlbach.
Yeah, Matt Muehlbach. Now, Vegas video. Iggy was drafted off potential, is all we're saying. Iggy, I thought Iggy should have been picked higher than that. Iggy in college was not that good, is all I'm saying. And Lute basically told Iggy to get lost.
Yeah, Iggy was fine. He was 12-8 his senior year, 13-8
no, as a sophomore. He left as a sophomore.
Yeah, he's fine, but and again, he always, not that a lot of guys don't. He always has his eye on college.
Right. Okay.
And some of his teammates' girlfriends. But that's another story for another day.
Story for another day. I do know that story. A couple of those stories. Okay, real quick, and then we're gonna sign off here. Let's talk that on the perimeter. I like the perimeter. Shear's in the chat. Shear has basically told everybody that ADO sucks, so he has a whole he has a lynch mob going against ADO. I like ADO. I got no problem with ADO. I like the backcourt. I think Bradley and Burries is going to be good. And I'm becoming more and more bullish at that small forward position. What say you, Brad?
Yeah, you need someone to step up and really grab that small forward spot. And I'm not sure who it is yet. And that's really where we're at. You say, is this his best team? I don't know if this is his best team. It could be. It's definitely his most talented team.
Yeah.
You go 1 to 10, 1 to 12. There's more talent on this team. But a lot of it's going to depend. What happens at small forward? Does the Russian German take it? Does Aristode take it? Do you get enough perimeter off the bench with ADO and the kid from Harvard? I don't know. And if you do, then you're in very good shape. If not, man, Burries and Bradley are going to log some minutes. Man, you're going to have to try to figure out how to salvage ADO for 25 instead of 12 a game, because he's going to have to play the 3. Or do you go big and you try to slide and steal some minutes at the 3 with a guy like Koa? I don't know. He's really talented. Yeah. But if you can find 40 good minutes at the 3,
yeah,
and then Evan Nelson and ADO can give you 20 good minutes combined,
right?
Because at the very, let's see, worst case scenario, Krivas is Zeus. Let's say Awaka is the exact guy you had last year, and Koa Pete is Derek Williams without the 3-point shot. Your front line's fine.
Yeah, I'm bullish.
That might be your worst case now, again, because I think Krivas could be a little bit better. I think Awaka might improve a little bit because he's a hard worker. You just got to solidify the 3, and you got to solidify the perimeter off the bench.
All right. Before we sign off, though, Brad, thank you for letting me talk about 20 minutes about the thing that bothers me the most about my beloved Tucson, Arizona. I appreciate it. I am not blaming you, but you are the piñata in front of me. So I must, there's no other, but please.
No, I could probably get you some more info on that particular project and get you timelines.
Yes, that's what I want to hear. Timelines, back the timelines. Okay, now Brad was very clear. He will not say MNBA. He will not say MNFL. But since we're having you on the post game shows, maybe there's going to be a moment where you slip and you do say MNBA, and at that point we strike.
I'm not foreseeing that in the time. Again, once that NIL for AC12 prep. Yeah. When I hand deliver you a left tackle / defensive end.
Yeah.
By the way, he's running with the ones with both right now.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all. No, I had like 3 different people, including I think it was Shear who's in the chat, said and Kobe L. Thiel. They also messaged. They all messaged me and they're like, "Dude, Brad's kid's a monster." And so Brad, he's his reputation precedes him. At AZ12 prep, we take him to the next level, though.
We got to get him a little more aggressive. He's got to hit a little.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll just put like a turkey in front of him or something and say, "Hey, attack this thing." That's what
cheeseburger. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, all right. So Brad's son is 6'9" and 14 years old.
Subtract a foot, and he's probably about 5'10" in shoes. Yeah,
close enough. All right. On that note, though, William, very much appreciate you as always. This was awesome. Give me that contact information. I'm gonna start bothering people. All right. For the great William Brad Ellis, I am merely Mike Luke. We'll be back with you tomorrow at 10:30. You guys are awesome. Hey, we're an hour and 20 minutes, man. I'm getting cooked up. I'm getting warmed up. It's got my Foster plumbing going. Yeah. On that note,
you're welcome, Sheer.
Yeah. All right. TTFN, ta-ta for now. We'll see you. Oh, by the way, everybody go to Little Caesars today. Dennis Walsh, go fly to Little Caesars. And use code LCFREECC and 15% off any $20 orders. All right. See you tomorrow. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Woohoo.